For most surgeons, the monthly revenue report feels like a surprise every single month. This uncertainty is part of a massive $150 billion annual problem caused by operational gaps like missed appointments. In your own practice, hidden leaks like billing errors and claim denials can drain up to 25% of your total revenue. But what if you could see 3 months into the future, turning unpredictable revenue into a simple calculation? We will now break down the 90-day calendar system that separates struggling practices from sustainable, predictable businesses. What really happens when a practice operates month to month? Surviving this way creates a constant struggle to remain profitable. Without a system, you're flying blind. Key performance indicators like denial rates and no-show rates are ignored, masking deep financial problems. This leads to preventable losses, often over $25,000 a year. Underpaid claims and front desk errors all add up to significant shortfalls. This month-to-month scramble is a feature of the entire healthcare system. We are trained in a reactive model to treat problems as they appear. This reactive approach leads to overburdened staff, escalating costs, and constant financial pressure, forcing you to manage crises instead of build a business. Breaking free from this reactive trap is possible, but it requires understanding the single biggest failure point in patient acquisition. If the goal is to be proactive, why do most growth plans fall flat? The answer is a massive conversion gap most practices don't even see. Your practice has a patient acquisition funnel, whether you manage it or not. It is the journey from a patient's first inquiry to a booked procedure. And right now, that funnel is likely broken. Over 70% of clicks on healthcare advertisements fail to become appointments. Worse, the game is changing. With AI-powered search, over half of all Google searches now end without a click. If you're not cited, you are invisible. This is why smarter tracking is the answer. By mapping the patient journey, you spot leaks, stop wasting ad spend, and fix the gaps from click to booking. So if a tracked funnel gives you the data, what system turns that data into predictable revenue? This is where the 90-day sprint comes in. The 90-day plan is an operational system. It creates rapid wins and builds the momentum needed for long-term change. Its effectiveness comes from simplicity, a few clear goals, each with a clear owner, and mandatory weekly reviews to solve small problems early. This process focuses on identifying and fixing the bottlenecks that impact your time, your cash flow, or your patient's trust, generating new visibility. Surgeons already operate in 90-day cycles with the post-operative global period. This system applies that same forward-thinking logic to the practice. A 90-day plan is powerful, but a plan without a steady stream of new patients is a wish list. So how do you fuel this system consistently? Remember why most proactive plans fail? A lack of consistent, predictable patient flow. You can't have visibility if you don't know where patients will come from. This is where an acquisition engine like OmniDominance becomes necessary. It populates the top of the funnel with a steady volume of patient inquiries. It works by publishing procedure-specific content for your practice across hundreds of authoritative sites, creating compounding authority. This goes far beyond standard SEO. The objective is to build citable authority for modern search engines. Recall that 58% of Google searches end with no click? This system makes you the source AI model's site, ensuring you remain visible. Let's connect this. We started with a broken funnel where 70% of ad clicks fail. A proper acquisition engine drives the right traffic, already qualified. Here's the complete system. First, consistent acquisition provides the patient volume. Second, funnel tracking gives you conversion data at every stage. Third, the 90-day calendar visualizes this data. Leads, consults, and book procedures become numbers in a formula. Your future revenue becomes a calculation. This is the moment revenue stops being a guess. The system is an operational standard for a predictable, data-driven business. Imagine knowing your surgical calendar and revenue 3 months from now. You can move from reacting to problems to capitalizing on opportunities. The alternative is the status quo, struggling for profitability, constantly leaking revenue, and being trapped in month-to-month uncertainty. 90-day calendar visibility is the new operational standard for building a truly sustainable medical practice. The system used by top surgeons is a blueprint for control and predictability. It is time to stop guessing and start calculating.